Hello, good evening, everyone. Um, I know I look crazy, but I'm trying to do twofold right now. I'm trying to get myself ready for work tomorrow, but I've had such an exciting week. I did not want to go to bed again and forget to record. And I promised my godmother that I would stop recording and driving. So, um, I just got in the house from dropping my husband off at work. I mean, at the metro, so he can go to work. So I'm getting myself ready for bed. So since the last update, yes, I did pull the trigger. Um, so I took my trigger shot on Wednesday at 10:15 p.m. So I remember I had the big braids. I took the braids out. I was trying to keep them in until next week for my sister's wedding, but um, they were getting old. But on top of that, the pressure from the heaviness of the weight of the big braids pulled my edges out, guys, like bad. But all the meds I've been on for the past 2 weeks did make my hair grow like crazy. So took my hair out, I washed it, and everything's clean. My face is clean and stuff. So I'm gonna put my medicine on my face and do all that stuff while I tell you this. So 10:15 p.m. I took, and this is just water, in a cup that literally keeps my ice water cold all night. It's a Tervis cup, and I keep it on my nightstand. So, um, I pulled the trigger Wednesday night at 10:15 p.m. And at the time they told me I had 9 follicles that were within a measurable range. No, I had like 12 follicles. Um, but of that, I ended up with. So I went in Friday morning for um, egg retrieval. Egg retrieval went well. They retrieved 9 eggs. That's what they told me before I left, and told me to stand by the next day, and that attempt, they would check to see how many of them were mature and how many of them fertilized the next day. So Saturday, I would know by Saturday evening, Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock. So Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock. Today is the following Wednesday, by the way. Saturday afternoon before 4 o'clock, it was like noon. I got the phone call that they retrieved 9 eggs. All of them were mature, and that 7 of the 9 fertilized. Um, so yes. So okay. So then they gave me this little printout. I don't know if you can see it, but it says that on November 1st, they retrieved 9 eggs. 9 eggs. 7 eggs fertilized normally. No eggs fertilized abnormally. And 2 eggs were unfertilized and discarded. I requested only 1 embryo be transferred, and the one that they chose was a 8AA. So, I started taking endometrin, and this is an insert. So I'm done with the shots. The last shot I took was the trigger shot. So now I've moved on to endometrin, which they come in a sleeve of 3 because you take them 3 times a day. So I want to show you what it looks like. looks like this. It's like a huge peel. I'm not going to take it on camera, so that's why I didn't. And this is a vaginal, and you stick it inside the tip of this, and it pops down a little bit, and it's a vaginal insert. So I take that, and I'm taking estradiol twice a day. They're really little pills. Twice a day. So now my medicine regimen is endometrin 3 times a day. So I take it when I first get up, as soon as I get home from work, and before I go to bed. And then I take estradiol when I first get up and before I go to bed. And of course, I'm still on my blood pressure medicine and my prenatal vitamins. So I'm on all pills now. So I'm taking 3 pills orally and 1 vaginally a day. So, of course, so they tell me, okay, 7 fertilized. So now I was on the wait for, okay, how many of them are going to reach blastocyst stage? God is good, because all of them, all 7 of them reached blastocyst stage. So when I got to, and they told me you will likely, unless something changes, you will likely have transfer day on Wednesday. So this is all Saturday they told me this. So I say, okay. Today is Wednesday. I went in. It was for 10:30. I got there at about 10 o'clock. They even took me early because I have a video. And again, if I figure out how to insert this stuff, I will show you the video of the procedure. Literally, the procedure takes 2 minutes. You do not get put to sleep. So it's no, you're not under any medication or any anesthesia for the procedure itself. I took my regular meds as usual. However, they did tell me to make sure that my bladder was full. So the instruction was to make sure I empty my bladder about an hour or 2 before the procedure, and then drink 36 ounces of water. So I did that. So I went to, I drank a small bottle of water before I left the house, and on my drive, because I told you guys it's an hour away, on my drive up there, I got a 33-ounce bottle of Deer Park water. When I tell you guys, I had to pee so bad when I got to that place today. It was crazy. It was crazy. So, but the nurse, well, no, the doctor, when she came in, she was like, thank you so much. Your bladder is really full. We can see everything. So they want your bladder to be full because they do it using like an ultrasound machine. So, of course, the fuller your bladder, the better they can see what they're doing. So, of course, I wanted to comply with that because that's the most important thing, right? So my husband was able to go in with me. They just told us both not to use any smell goods and things like that. And he had to cover his shoes. I had to take my shoes off and put on booties. But he had to just cover his shoes. And he sat right next to me during the procedure and watched everything on the monitor. So, of course, we appreciated that because he was part of it. So they double checked my name and social, his name and social, made sure everything matched what was on the dish where they were getting my little embryo from. And we watched them. So then they used the speculum to open everything up, and then they used the it was not an internal sonogram or whatever you call it when they put the one up there, like they did every other day when I was trying to get the eggs. But it was a regular one that they put on top of your stomach. So I really appreciated that. They just put the speculum up, and then you can see them insert a catheter, and then she tells the endocrinologist, I think is what she's called. I don't remember the lady's name. Embryologist. The little scientist people that create your embryo for you. They told them when they was ready. They came on out. Oh, they took a picture. No, on the screen, my name, date of birth, and social came up, and I was supposed to verify it. Then they showed me a picture of baby Button, which was the embryo, and then they came on through the door and gave it to her in another catheter. She inserted that one. You watch it go in. You watch them. You literally see it on the screen, like them inserting it, and then they wait about a minute. They said they have to make sure that it settles in, and then they just remove it. It's just that simple. They make you lay there for 3 to 5 minutes. Well, for about 5 minutes. But that 5 minutes goes fast because they're talking to you about what your next steps are and what they, what to expect and what you need to do. So then you get up, and if you're anything like me, you run to the bathroom. You put your clothes on. You run over to the bathroom. It's like 2 doors over. I guess depending on what room you're in. So I went to the bathroom and I left. It was just that simple. I am so freaking excited, guys. Like, so I know you're supposed to wait 2 weeks for your pregnancy test. But I am treat myself as if I'm pregnant. Like, I know that they put an embryo in there. I know that God is gonna make sure it attaches, and I know that we are moving on to the next stage in our life as a family, and me as a wife and as a mother. So none of that concerns me. So they tell you then to start treating your body as if you're pregnant. Don't lift anything over 20 pounds. No alcohol. No raw or undercooked meats or fish. Y'all, these edges. I am never getting braids that big in my hair again. My edges came out before off some human hair braids, and I nursed my hair back to health, and then this happened. Like, I am so upset about this. Anyway, but I'm gonna fix it. See, and I'm just wearing my hair in a ponytail until I could come home and put my weave in again. The wedding is next week, so I'll have a full weave for that, for my sister's wedding. So yeah, no, just regular pregnant people stuff. She told me light duty for the first 2 or 3 days, no stress, just treat your body really well. Try to relax as often as possible, but no bed rest, unless you can. And after those 2 or 3 days, you just kind of wait. So they also told me some things to expect. So what to expect? So, okay, I'm going to read this paper. It says, light activities for the next 2 to 3 days. You may return to normal activity after the embryo transfer. Multiple studies looking at bed rest after embryo transfer have shown no benefit to this practice, no higher chance of becoming pregnant. You may return to work after your embryo transfer as long as it doesn't require heavy lifting or strenuous physical activity. You may do light aerobic activity, but no heavier exercise such as jogging, kickboxing, high-impact aerobics, distance running or walking, weightlifting, or abdominal exercises until pregnancy test. You may do yoga, moderate walking, swimming, and lightweight training. Refrain from intercourse or orgasm for the next 4 to 5 days. No special diet is required, but we recommend eating a well-balanced diet and abstaining from alcohol and caffeine. So yeah, I can't have my little frappuccinos or anything. Check with your medical team about travel instructions. We generally recommend limiting travel until we know the status of your pregnancy. So what you can expect. After the embryo transfer and before the pregnancy test. Cramping, spotting or light bleeding, brown, pink, or red, abdominal bloating, fatigue, and breast tenderness. Let me tell you something. My boobs have been so freaking tender throughout this process. Like, it's crazy. Like, I'm upset if someone bumps into me. Like, my boobs have been crazy. But it's worth it. That's what I keep telling myself. It's worth it, Monty. It's worth it. And it is. It's not just me hyping myself up. It's definitely worth it. I couldn't imagine not having buttons. So, it's worth it. But my boobs have really been a pain in my tail throughout this process, because they have been tender. And now they are heavy. And I know it's all the hormones that I'm putting in my body. They are so flipping heavy. Y'all, my hair is natural, so my struggle be real getting a flat ponytail. But I'm just trying to get something together so I can look decent for work. I work in an office setting, so it's bad enough I wear color hair in there. I don't be trying to look too ratchet. Anyway, so yeah, I'm excited. Like, I could not go to bed again without updating you guys, because I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all the positive messages and notes and phone calls. And I don't know. So far, other than Love Tanya, who I follow on YouTube, nobody else that's following me has been through this. Although my cousin just reached out to me about one of her close friends that's going through this, and she's thinking about going through it. So hopefully they'll start following along, and I can help them be a little more motivated to go along with the process. I know her friend has had some hiccups, and as you guys know, every week we had a hiccup, but it didn't stop us. We got whatever needed to be done, because since then we've had to have a cyst aspiration, a hysteroscopy, and one other thing. I've had 3 things up there, and I can't think of what that one was, but none of it has discouraged us. All of those procedures went well. And I'm just looking forward to meeting Button. I keep calling him a he. And my husband wants a girl so bad. And he's like, it's no guarantee that it is a he. Stop saying he. And I was like, my mom always taught me to speak it into existence. And I want a little boy, so he gonna be a he until I find out otherwise. So that's pretty funny. My daughter doesn't care what it is. My son, my husband's son, he wants a little brother. I guess he's over girls. My 2 nieces live here, so I guess he's just over that. But he does love my nieces like crazy. He does great with them. So, yeah, that's where we are. If you guys have any questions, I hope I ain't forget anything. Did I forget anything, guys? I know this part ain't in the right place, but it's going to be in the right place for now. My daughter will probably, she's 16, so she'll probably give me the blues about it tomorrow. But my part is definitely over that way too far. I mean, not over that way far enough, so. But, I hope I ain't forget anything. If I forgot something or y'all have a question, about this process so far, please let me know. But like I said, if you ask me, I am pregnant. If nothing else, I know that there's a whole healthy embryo in there that is just excited to meet his mama as she is to meet him. So, oh, that's much better. Okay. Yeah, that is my process. So they asked me again. So they ask you when you first do all your financial paperwork, so you know what you owe. And then after you pay, they ask you again, like, are you sure that this is all you want to do? And I'm like, yes. So then they asked me again today if I was going to discard my other 6 healthy embryos or if I was going to freeze them. And the only real reason we're not freezing them is because we really can't afford it. I have faith that this is going to work the first time and we're not going to need it because we do only want 1 child. So we both agreed to that. So we just pray that God sees fit to make this, because this is his will. You know, even if it didn't happen, it will be God's will. So my prayer is and always has been just for it to be God's will, for God to have his way with us. So no, we did not freeze the 6 embryos. They have been discarded, I guess, as of 10:30 when we left that place today. And I did meet someone that would need donor eggs. I met a young lady who okay, ponytail, you came together. I met a young lady that had ovarian cancer and she had her ovaries removed. Therefore, she cannot develop eggs and she can no longer develop eggs. And I told her I will be her egg donor when she's ready. So I will likely go through this process again, just not for myself. Only because, and the only reason I agreed to do it, and one of my coworkers was like, girl, you are crazy. How could you let one of your babies walk around here and you don't have anything to do with them? And I was like, until you've gone through this process or been in a place where you wanted nothing more to be a mother and something out of your control has hindered that, you wouldn't understand. So, yes, I would do that for her. And I don't even know her that well. I just met her. But I would do that. And I just hope that it works out for her. I told her, let me know. I wish she was ready now because then she could have gotten a couple of those healthy eggs. And I wouldn't be shooting up again. But I'm not going to back out on her. I agreed that I would do it when she's ready. So I'm going to. If she still feels that way, it's my understanding she's going through a divorce right now. So she couldn't really do it right now anyway. So, okay, y'all. This is my ponytail. It's still wet. My hair was still wet through this whole process, but it's super wavy too. I don't even know what to do about that, but whatever. But that is that, and I'm going to put a little ponytail bun thing on the back and be happy with my life. Hopefully, I'll have time tomorrow to just go ahead and put my weave in. The weave don't have to be brand new when I put it in. I just have to make sure I get it done the morning of the wedding anyway. So yeah, I'm probably gonna put my weave in the next couple of days or so. So that is my update, guys. I got my face together. I'm gonna take this medicine, do my little insert, clean off this sink, because I know my husband is tired of me having crap all over the sink. He come in here, he could barely brush his teeth. I got stuff everywhere. But I put my stuff away this time. So guys, yeah, that is all I have for you. As always, like, share, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. My little following is growing. I appreciate y'all that's hanging in there with me. Of course, I'm still new to this. It's been like a month, and I've been just sharing as I go along with this journey. But yeah, I hope everyone has a good night. The holidays are coming, my favorite time of year. The kids' report cards come out this week. It's gonna be a circus around this house. My daughter showed me her grades today. I'm not concerned. My son, not so much. So I'm sure when we pick him up on Friday, his dad will want to know what his grades are like, and we will find out from there. So yeah, that's all I have. Thank you for watching my video. Let me know if you guys have any questions, comments, or suggestions. Other than that, have an awesome night. I will, if I have any major symptoms, between now and my pregnancy test day, I will update you guys. Or if anything major happens in my life, I'll update you guys. But other than that, I don't think I'm going to have an update over the next 2 weeks. Until, well, it's 13 days. Because today is what's today? The 6th. And I go in for my test on the 19th. So, yeah, that's all I have. Have an amazing night. If you're going through this journey and you have anything to share, feel free to put it in the comments. Or if you have any questions, feel free to put it in the comments. But most of you that are watching here know me personally, so you call me or text me or whatever. But I would really like you guys to put your questions in the comments because someone else may have the same question. So, I am really out of breath. I don't know what's going on with that. But it said that that was something I should expect with shortness of breath. But, yeah, have a great night, guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. You guys, I'm so excited about button. Oh, I know how to show you button. I know how to show you button because they sent it to me through my patient portal and I downloaded the image. So, did it focus? It won't focus. Oh, there's no way to focus it. Let me see. Yes, there it is. There's my button, guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, I was able to show it. I'm so excited about that. Okay. So yeah, that's mommy's baby button. I don't know why. You know, well, I chose the name Button because you know how you always tell people your baby's cute as a button. So, and okay, so you always say your baby's cute as a button. So yeah, you're comparing all your kids to my baby because he's baby Button. So yeah, that's baby Button. That was the one. So that's all I have. Have a great night, everybody.